So you put this in a lead box, right? Put it in a lead box, stops flowing. You take it out of the lead box and you shine the sun on it, and that starts flowing, because the sun is the ambient energy source that is used by the water. It's absorbed into the water to create this fourth or gel phase of water. You can put this out of the lead box and put it on the earth, and that will increase the flow, because there's an electromagnetic field from the earth which is absorbed by the water, which increases the structure of the water, which increases flow, which creates health. You can put your hands on the beaker, and we have an electromagnetic field from our hands, which is the basis of laying on of hands and touch, and why it's good to be with people, and that will increase the flow. You can put your dog next to it, at least most dogs, and that will increase the flow. And then here's where it gets fun. You know what happens if you put your cell phone next to it? The non-native electromagnetic field, the wireless radiation, we're talking about radiation here, immediately stops the flow and destructures the water. Anytime you have a wireless device in your body, on your wrist, against your head, you are destructuring the water and creating a fundamental poisoning of the very integrity of the foundation of life. Now, what do I mean by the foundation of life? So here's where this whole thing starts to get very interesting, because we're told human beings in medical school are only physical stuff, right? Never mind that if you look at an atom, which is the basis of physical stuff, there's a nucleus here, and over there by the end of the room, there's an electron. So what's between here and here? Nothing. 99% of the atom is just space. And that's not even to mention that atoms exist in two forms, like particles, which are 99.9% space, or waves, which are no particles at all. So here's the question. How does 99.9% space mean I can't put my finger through my leg? This is just space. Physical stuff is just space. And nobody knows. But it's an interesting question. Now, here's another way to look at that. If you took a carrot, a living thing, and said, what is it made out of? To a scientist, and one of my favorite sayings is, the trouble with science is it's not very scientific. If you ask a scientist, what is a carrot made of? It's made of atoms. So 20 million sulfurs, 3 million hydrogens, carbons, etc., right? What if you go to a chemist and get a bag of all those hydrogens, sulfurs, etc., put them in a bag, put it on the table, it's a heap. Is that a carrot? No? Anybody think it is a carrot? Nobody, because that's stupid, right? Nobody thinks it's a carrot except your doctor, because he thinks you're only made of stuff. That's the stuff. Even though 99.99% of the molecules in you are water, which is a little bit more than a cucumber, which is 96%. So what's missing from the stuff? The heap. It's not alive. So how do you make it alive? Now, the other thing that's interesting about this is all stuff is subject to two forces, gravity and entropy, meaning if you take stuff and you do that, it falls, and if you leave it there 1,000 years, it will turn into dust, just like you will.